where I can continue to just make money from my existence. Like, that's my goal. I want to make money from my existence. Hey y'all. Oh, let me fix the angle. So I'm getting ready to go to my first interview for Aritzia. If you would have asked me if I would ever go back or even consider going back to retail, I would say hell no. If you've been following me for at least the past few years, you know that I actually, like, when I was writing my resume to send off to them, I have quite an extensive like list of retail experience. I worked at Macy's, I worked at Bloomingdale's, I worked at Nordstrom, I worked at Apple, and it's not really that I need to go back to work, but if I'm being completely transparent, it's almost like I'm getting bored being in the house. And I was just thinking about like the potential interview questions that they might ask, and one of the main things that I'm going to be super transparent about is the fact that, like, yes, on my resume it says I've been a full-time influencer for 5 years, and I feel like they might, not 5 years, 4 years, and I feel like they might question that a little bit and be like, well, why do you want to come back to retail? I'm gonna tell them, like, I miss the human connection, like being home. Like, of course I still do get somewhat of a human connection when I go to events and things like that, but most of the time with those events, I'm not connecting with the people that I'm helping. Do you know what I mean? I'm connecting with other influencers, and it's like network heavy. But one thing that I do really miss about being in retail was like the satisfaction that I would get when I would help somebody find something that they needed, or like when I was in Nordstrom specifically and I worked in like as a beauty stylist, I would literally go around to every beauty counter and like help people find their perfect skincare routine or their perfect makeup routine. Although I know I'm sharing my life online and I know I'm helping people in that way, like I said, I just miss that human connection. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm choosing to go after this or try this out. And also another big reason is because I don't really need to do it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it makes it easier, or it makes it a lot less stressful to go to a retail job that you're doing for your own pleasure. Apparently Aritzia's employee discount is also really good, so I'm looking forward to that. But I also just really love Aritzia. Like, it is so me. I don't know if you guys watched my other visual journal where I talked about how when I was in the Soho store in New York, I was like, oh my god, like if I lived in New York, I would totally work at that store. I'm someone who loves like the everyday luxuries. Like, I personally don't feel like you have to always wear Gucci, Prada, you know, show off the latest designer to embody luxury. And I feel like Aritzia, like if you were to look at an everyday Aritzia outfit, it's like, it's not flashy, it's not all out there, but it's modest, it's contemporary, it's giving like luxe, but like not doing too much, you know? It's also super easy for me to get to the mall that I'd be working at with the subway, and so the easy transportation is also a plus for me. And I'm also just kind of in a place now where I recognize, sorry, Frenchie's like licking himself back there, stop it. I am in a place where I recognize how multi-passionate I am, and I feel like I've always felt like I had to choose something and stick to it. And I feel like we're moving in a direction, just in general, you're gonna be able to make the most money by leveraging all of your unique talents and figuring out the best way to like manage them your own way. I feel like content creators definitely spearheaded this, but I still feel like it's going to continue to change. I think that people are recognizing that like putting all of your eggs in one basket isn't really sustainable in the long run. And you know, there are people who like just finding a way to make money and being content with that, like not really having a reason behind it, not really wanting to be too involved, you know, just businesses where it's just like either transactional or it's passive. And I'm just realizing that like, as much as I love money, I also like to feel like proud of the way that I'm making my money. Like, I like to feel super involved, and like it's almost like an exchange for sharing a gift that I have or sharing a skill that I have. And so that's why I saw this video on TikTok of this girl pretty much explaining what I'm explaining, but in a much better way. She called it portfolio careers. If I can find it, I'll play it real quick for you.
So no one is talking about this, and I don't know why, but we are entering a new era of work, and the people who are going to thrive in this new economy are not the people who've got 9-to-5s. They're not the people who are climbing the corporate ladder. They're the people that will have multiple income streams, clients, projects, products, and services on the go at once that center around their unique set of skills and experience. This type of work structure is called the portfolio career, and it's basically a career that's defined not by a full-time job, but by doing multiple different things. Freelancers, solopreneurs, creators, all of these work structures can be considered portfolio careers, and some of them have been around for a long time, but post-COVID, it feels like something is definitely shifting. I don't know about you, but every second person I'm speaking to is ditching full-time to consult or contract or build an audience, go on TikTok, write a newsletter, start a podcast, play around with an idea, offer services, and to me, this portfolio career thing is on the rise, and it actually makes perfect sense because we are humans, we're not robots, we're multi-strength, we're multi-passionate, we're multi-faceted people. And so to me, our work also should be multi-passionate and speak to our multiple strengths. I'm telling you right now, we are in the very, very early stages of the portfolio career boom, and the opportunity to find work and define work that is both financially lucrative and creatively fulfilling on terms that you have written for yourself is now.
And so what I kind of see myself doing moving forward is quite literally, especially now that I've gotten really good at my human design, I know how my energy flows, I know like the amount of space that I need for myself versus how much I can give. I know when to stop, when to pull back. I know how much I can handle in a day. And all those things are so important to know before you can start like managing this the way that I am. But my plan, like I said, is to really just leverage everything that I have, everything that I've done, and make money in all those different ways. Like multiple streams of income, but like multiple streams of creative ventures, if you know what I mean. So my plan is, and things never go to plan, so I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up changing a little bit, but I want to do like 15 to 20 hours at Aritzia. Nothing too crazy. Like I'll probably work a few hours on the weekends and like maybe a few hours during the week. I think that especially because holiday season is coming up, they want you to be like have open availability on the weekends. So I don't mind that. I don't mind Saturday, Sunday. Most of the time when I have events for brands and stuff, it's on the weekday, which is so crazy to think about, but I'm not really worried about that, and take full advantage of that employee discount, you know, get my communication skills back up. I feel like my people skills have started to diminish since I've been like full-time working for myself, even though I have been, you know, doing collaborations and still talking to people, but it's just not the same, you know? And I feel like it'll also give me a reason to actually get up and get dressed on certain days. Like some days, if I don't have anything planned, I literally won't get dressed. Like that's so dirty. So, and I also, another reason why I want to do Aritzia as well is because I really want to cultivate my personal style. Like I've been so focused on beauty for so long that I haven't really given myself the chance to really get into fashion. And I love fashion. Like I love watching other people like style their clothes and, you know, do different things. And I have always loved, you know, dressing up and going out, doing like putting together outfits, but I haven't really cultivated a style that's mine. And I feel like with Aritzia, I'll be able to kind of do that on the daily because I'll be able to see what's trending. I'll be able to like try different things on myself, and also like through styling other people, I'll be able to get more into my personal style. My agency that I'm currently signed to is like very fashion heavy, and it's like I want to get more involved in what they can offer me, but I haven't even given myself a chance, you know, to really do more fashion content and stuff like that. So yes, big thing is fashion. And it's so crazy because all the jobs I've ever had, I always went into it with like a reason. Like for example, when I went to Nordstrom, I'm like, I want to be a beauty influencer, so I'm going to work at Nordstrom so I can make money while I'm working towards that dream, but also know what products are out there, you know, be the first to know when things come out, be able to try different things. Same thing with Bloomingdale's. Like I was working in beauty there as well when I was on my rise. And then with Apple, it was a similar thing. Like I was like, I think I want to do Apple so I can learn more about technology and get better at editing and like all that. So like whenever you're thinking about getting a job or, you know, something like that, it's always good to do something that you know you're either passionate about, you're interested in, like you're curious about, or it's something that you know you're going to be able to leverage in some way. And I'm so grateful now that I do have all this retail experience, because I feel like I'll be able to get a way higher starting pay if I do get this job. I feel like the only way I wouldn't get it is if they actually don't have enough positions, or if something happens and like, you know, but it's not gonna be because I'm not qualified, that's for sure. I'm gonna ask for like a pretty significant starting pay, because like I said, when I look back at my resume, I have experience, okay? Don't play with the girl. So yes, 15 to 20 hours a week at Aritzia. I, of course, always, well, not always, but I have brand deals coming in left and right for my personal brand, which is great. But I had gotten to a point at one point where, I had gotten to a point like in my influencing career where all I was doing was brand deals, and that was so stressful. It was stressful. It started to feel inorganic. I started to lose sight of like why I started this in the first place. And that's also really when I was forced to slow down so I could figure out how much I actually had to give to everything, like energetically. So I want to be at a place where I don't have to take brand deals if I don't want them. I wouldn't say I'm quite there yet. Like I'm not turning down brand deals at this point unless something that's like inorganic or something that I don't like. But I don't want that to be my main stream of income. Like I want that to be something that I do because it's like, oh yeah, I really, really, really want to work with this brand, you know? So Aritzia, brand deals, part of the pie chart. Transparently, I really want my human design and astrology readings to be the bulk of how I make money. And I know that that's doable because the amount that I'm able to charge for my readings is pretty substantial. And if I can get to a place where I'm booked and busy in that aspect, that'll feel really good because that's probably what I'm the most passionate about at this point in my life. I'm just now getting to a place where I feel like I have really started to fully embody the things that I've learned about myself through studying human design and astrology. And so I'm able to like better curate offerings that can help other people based on what I know I can do and I can hold space for in others. I haven't really been posting as much like on my human design and astrology page as I've wanted to. I've actually just revamped it again for like the 15th time. I would love for you guys to check it out if you haven't already. It's called Talk Energy to Me, and it's evolved so much over the past few years. Literally, as I changed, the idea and the vision for that changed as well. But I feel like Talk Energy to Me is the final phase. So I'm confident in like sending you guys over there to check it out. Right now, it just encompasses the weekly newsletter, which I haven't even started doing that yet, on Substack, which eventually I will make a paid newsletter. So that'll be another stream of income. And then the Instagram, of course. I'm going to start doing more TikTok videos. And then the mainstream is the one-to-one sessions. And my vision for that too really is to be able to have courses one day that I can sell and have another stream of like more passive income, something that I can record and just share, or even like do workshop style stuff where I'm teaching human design and astrology. That's still like in the works, and I'm giving myself grace and patience with that because a huge part of the success of that is going to be how stable and ready I am to put myself and my truth and my knowledge out there. And I learned the hard way that like you can't really skip steps when it comes to cultivating that type of gift. So patience with that, but still check it out if you haven't already. Like I said, I really want that to be like the thing, and I know I can make it happen. I'm just still figuring it out. So we have Aritzia, we have brand deals, we have Talk Energy to Me, and oh my god, so I literally have 15,000 jobs. So as most of you guys probably know, I stopped drinking completely in January of this year. So it's been about 10 months literally since I've since I've had a drink, like an alcoholic drink. And I also stopped smoking. I used to be a grass smoker, if you know what I'm saying. And that journey has helped me so much with balancing my emotions, because I don't think I did it intentionally, but I definitely feel like I would run to a drink instead of like processing certain emotions or certain feelings. And it kind of got to a point where I could tell that I was suppressing feelings. I was like blocking myself off from feeling certain feelings, which ultimately was holding me back from attracting certain things in my life. Because what I don't think a lot of people understand about manifestation is that a huge part of it is how open your heart space is. And a lot of our heart spaces are blocked and closed off because there are things that we have either experienced in life or have just like not fully processed, that are just creating blockages and blockages and blockages between the things that we want to attract in our lives and like ourselves. Basically, my decision to stop drinking really helped me to actually connect with myself and my true emotions, which also helped me to feel more into my own desires and the things that I want, things that I don't want, and also have a more clear awareness of what feels good to be around versus what doesn't. It also just made me feel better in my body. Like, those hangovers used to be horrible. Even after having one drink, like, obviously I wouldn't be hungover, but I just didn't really feel like my best, you know? It also really helped me because I started doing consistent workouts in like April of this year, and I feel like that in combination with me not drinking really helped me to like tone up a little bit quicker. It also has shown me, like, the journey of sobriety has shown me that I can say no, you know, like I can be in a public setting where everyone's drinking and stand firm in my own boundaries and in my love for myself and my body enough to not be pressured into doing something that I don't want to do. Luckily, like, my two closest friends right now, Alyssa and Kaice, have also decided to stop drinking. So that's been like really good for me because I don't, you know. And I've noticed too that like when I go out and I'm not drinking, I spend way less money. Love that for me as well. I'm gonna probably have to do a whole video on what sobriety has taught me and, you know, how it's been such an amazing thing for me. But I say all that to say, I started posting mocktails and recipes that I was trying on my Instagram. And this company called Bardelia saw it and they reached out to me because they were having an event here in Atlanta, like a mocktail event where they were sampling different mocktails, and it was like a sober happy hour situation. It was really so fun. And the owner, his name is Barry, shout out to Barry. He just really admired the work that I've done as an influencer and the work that I had been doing to post my mocktails and stuff. And so he had just kind of wanted my advice on how to leverage influencers for his business, Bardelia, which Bardelia is basically like a mocktail website where there's a ton of different brands of non-alcoholic beverages. I'm obsessed with it. Like, you have to check it out if you don't drink or if you drink lightly and want to explore mocktails. But yeah, he really admired my work and basically created a job for me because he had just started getting into the influencer like marketing space. And so his company had just started being active on a platform called ShopMy. If you're an influencer, you probably have heard of it. It's like where you can create shelves and different like places to share your favorite products. It's basically like a commissionable. It's similar to like LTK or like How Links, but I personally feel like ShopMy is like the best one. I've tried all of them. I've literally tried Magic Links, LTK, I've done all of them, and ShopMy is my personal favorite just because of how user friendly it is. And so Bardelia had just got on ShopMy as a company, and so they were leveraging it to get influencers to like post about their products and stuff, which is actually how they ended up reaching out to me, was through ShopMy. But he kind of started to find himself like not having enough time to really be active on there and communicate with influencers and stuff. And me, you know, having used the platform from the influencer perspective and also just having really good communication skills, he felt like I would be a good like person to be able to do the communications with people through there. So that's another like stream of income that I have just created for myself. Well, that literally came to me, which is so crazy. It couldn't have been more in alignment because, you know, I had started to become so passionate about mocktails anyway. And so I make about 5% of everything that they make on ShopMy. And really the more that I'm active on there, the more that I'm talking to influencers, getting them to post products, the more money I can make. So that just started like 2 weeks ago. So it hasn't really popped off yet, but I could see it really being something that I'm not only passionate about, but something that I can make a lot of money from. And so I'm looking forward to continuing to build on that. That's my other stream, but that's probably my last one, I think. Oh, and then of course I make like money through my affiliate links that I have with different brands on ShopMy as well. I've been way more active on my ShopMy. If you guys want to see like some of my favorite products currently, or products like things from my home, everything is on my ShopMy. And I love ShopMy as well because there's so many brands on ShopMy that like it doesn't really matter where I get certain things from. There's a link for it and I can make money from it, which feels really good. Oh, and then of course YouTube. I forgot all about YouTube. Like this is another stream of income for me. And as you guys can see, I've been posting more consistently. So like that's been going up as well. So I'm just really, like I said, trying to take advantage of everything that I have built for myself. All the things that I've learned, all the different like creative outlets and avenues that I have either tap my foot into or I'm just starting to get into, where I can continue to just make money from my existence. Like that's my goal. I want to make money from my existence. I want to be a walking, talking money machine, just bringing money in from all different directions, from avenues and outlets that feel really good and supportive for me. I'm a little nervous about Aritzia only because if I don't like the environment, I'm gonna be really upset. Like if I don't like the people, that would be the only thing that would suck about this, if like the vibe isn't good. But that's why you have interviews. That's why you go in and talk to the people and like see how it is. I'm not like saying that I'm doing this no matter what, because like I said, it's not a necessity. I'm excited to explore it. Like I'm excited to see how it goes. I'll probably take you guys with me. You guys should come with me and then we'll debrief afterwards. I'm definitely going to North Italia because Aritzia is in Lenox Mall. So if you know me and North Italia, which is an Italian restaurant at Lenox Mall, we go together real bad. So I'm definitely getting that for lunch after my interview. It's literally only 10:43. My interview's at 1:15. I got up at like 8 because I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm ready. I also want to grab a matcha before I go. I actually have a free matcha, a free drink at the coffee shop that's close to me. So, and we're going to take the train. I'm going to go ahead and start getting dressed. I got to figure out what to do with my hair as well. Probably going to record that for Instagram because I haven't done that in a while. And then, yeah, we'll get dressed. Curls and Coils Shine Booster Moisturizer. What if I could do like a little halo situation? Kind of giving looks, no? I think my hair came out really cute. I don't know what I was doing up here. Hopefully it don't look crazy in the back. I gotta take a picture of it so I can see it, but this is cute. Okay, y'all, this is what we're wearing. I got this dress from Brochu Walker when I did like a shopping experience with them a few weeks ago. I think it's so cute. Technically, it's supposed to be like this, but for some reason, I like it better as a cow neck. Like, I just think it looks more like classy as a cow neck. Here's what it looks like. I'm wearing these fishnet tights, which I rarely wear fishnet tights, but I wanted to add some like character to the look, you know, make it a little bit more fun. I'm wearing these patent leather loafers that I got from ASOS and gold jewelries. I know for sure they're gonna ask me about my style and they're gonna ask me about why I chose to wear what I wore. The dress is because it's just comfy, it's cute, it's casual, but it's still elevated. The bag is because I love weirdly shaped bags. Like, it's just part of my personality. Gold jewelry because I wear gold the most. And like I said, the fishnets are really just because I wanted to add some character to the outfit. Am I gonna get the job? Am I gonna get the job? Am I gonna get the job? I'm gonna get the job. It's mine. I'm also gonna wear this G-Raw trench coat jacket situation because I don't have any fall coats. I need to get some new fall coats because it's getting cold outside. So I probably won't take off my jacket inside the store. So I feel like the jacket kind of has to be cute. Like, it has to be intentional. It looks good. We're gonna finish up with some perfume. I have the Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I always say that wrong, but this is like my signature scent, okay? It even has my freaking name engraved on the back, if y'all can see that. It's so good. It's fresh, but it's still like grounding. It's just amazing. It really is. I wish it wasn't. Oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish. I wish it wasn't cold outside because I feel like the purse would eat down with just the dress and not the bag. I mean, and not the jacket. Well, you know what? Maybe what I'll do is, especially because I'm taking the train, I'm gonna put my purse on underneath of the jacket. I might even take off the jacket when I get in the mall and hold it, but I for sure gotta wear a jacket. Oh yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna take off the jacket when I get in the mall though. It's messing up the vibe, but the bag does look cute inside the jacket. Yes. I want to catch the 12:03 train just in case it is running a little late. I'm still really early though. It's only 11:13. I'm just gonna chill for a little bit and then I'm gonna go get my latte and then we'll head over to the train station. Alright guys, I am back home from my interview and my little solo lunch. I put on my onesie so I can get comfy. I'm about to take off my makeup. Let's talk about it. So basically, I already know I got that shit. Basically, I got there. I got there like an hour, not an hour. Well, I was there pretty early because I was able to go to the Apple store and stuff. But I went into the store literally like 30 minutes early. So I'm just sitting in the little waiting area. And the girl whose interview was before me was sitting right next to me. And so when it was her time to go, the recruiter just came out and interviewed her right there. So when I say I literally was able to hear the questions that she asked her, like while she was doing it, and she didn't even know that I was there for the interview. So I just was like keeping it cool, keeping it quiet, but I was listening and I knew every question she was going to ask me. So while she was doing her interview, I'm thinking in my head, like, what would I say? I feel like that was God because that really helped me like gauge like what to say. But it also helped out because the recruiter is here from Miami, so we were able to talk about Miami. Like I told her about how I went to FAU. Her home store is in Aventura where I used to work, so we had a lot like in common. We didn't have a lot in common, but like we had a lot of rapport, so I feel pretty confident about it. And then on top of that, the girl who was before me, her answers weren't that good for one. But also she's a college student. Her availability wasn't that great. And so right after her interview, that was it. But after my interview, she was like, I would love for you to meet the district manager. So I literally had 2 interviews today. And after the second interview, I gave her my availability. And she was like, oh, I asked her like, what's the timeline to find out, you know, like if I got it or not. And she said by end of day Tuesday. So we will find out by end of day Tuesday next week. And today's Friday. So that's not long at all. But I will say that I am kept off when it comes to all of my side quests and all of my different multi-passions coming together. I feel like now I will be able to kind of organize my schedule how I really need to. But there's no room for anything else. Gotta chill with the side quests. But I think I have something that touches every single one of my passions and that actually excites me, and that's really exciting. If you are into human design and astrology, I actually have I have a lot of planets in Aquarius. I have Jupiter, Uranus, and my sun in Aquarius all in my second house, which basically in English just means that like I'm kind of here to make money and to find material security in a really unique way. I had got a business reading by one of my favorite business astrologers a while ago, Oath Oracle, and she even told me like, yeah, you were never built to work a 9 to 5. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, of course, but I was here to make money in a really unique way. And I feel like if people just like looked at one thing that I did, they'd be like, how is she affording her lifestyle? But what they don't know is that I have just a bunch of different things that I'm doing all at once, just through all the different things I have my foot in. So I'm excited. The train ride was also super easy. I kind of told them though that I'm not really interested in closing for that reason, since I do plan on taking the train. Like, if I have to, I will, but I don't really want to take the train by myself at night. I'm also really excited because there are opportunities for commission, but it's not commission only, which I do not like stores that are commission only. They give you like a certain amount of time to like see how your performance is, and then later down the line they offer you commission, and there's like no cap. And it's so crazy to think that when I used to work at Nordstrom, I used to be so intimidated by the commission situation. I used to be so intimidated by it because I never felt like I met my quota. I also wasn't really that confident in myself, so I wouldn't even try to like talk to people or put myself out there. And I feel like I've kind of pushed past that fear in a lot of ways, and I want to challenge myself. I feel really excited about it, and I also need to challenge my own limiting beliefs of telling myself like, oh, like you can't really do that. Like, I was considering doing a cashier position out of fear that like I wouldn't be good at commission, but it was just something I was telling myself because of like me not really doing that well when I was at Nordstrom. And it's not even that I didn't do well, I actually did really well, but our quotas were so high, and it was cosmetics, so it wasn't even like super easy to sell the way clothes are, you know. Quick pause, I have been loving this Dermalogica Biolumin C Night Restore Serum. This stuff has been so good. At first I thought it was going to be like an oil, but it clearly says serum. I've been trying to get rid of some of these dark marks I have from acne that I had when I was stressed out, and I feel like this is helping. Granted, I've been using dark spot stuff morning and night, so I couldn't really tell you like which one it really is, but I love the texture of this. It feels really good on my skin. I just always make sure that I put on something hydrating first, but it feels really good. I'm excited. I really just I'm so tired of being in the house all day every day. I need a reason to get up and get dressed and like do things. And I told both of the managers, well, the recruiter and then the store manager, that I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone. And you know, I had been getting fulfillment from social media, but I'm just wanting to do something different. And it's like, Aritzia is such a vibe, and the workers in there, they were so nice to me. You know how usually when, now granted I don't work there yet, but when I came in and I was like, you know, telling them how I was there for the interview and stuff, they were so cool. Usually when you first start working somewhere, or you know, you coming into somebody's store as a newbie, they be having attitudes or just being weird. You're really nice. And the music, the playlist, I don't know why I didn't talk about that in the interview. The playlist is popping. That was my experience in my interview for Aritzia. I will definitely keep y'all posted on how that goes. If anything, it'll be like a first day at Aritzia vlog or something. But like I said, I'm capped. No more side hustles for Kaice. She has all her side hustles now. She needs to organize them and make sure that they're all like scheduled out the right way. The good thing is that since I have been a social media influencer for 4 years now, I've kind of like developed a schedule somewhat, and then having my readings as well has kind of blocked out certain times in my week, so I can schedule Aritzia around that kind of. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching as usual. I love you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.